Java Junkies. I'm your host, Scotty V, and today we're talking about Groundwork Seasonal Blend. This year, Groundwork Seasonal Blend is called Warm Wishes. It's a medium roast. Says dark chocolate and cranberry are the notes they give. Let's see what we get. Now, this particular blend doesn't reveal where it was sourced from. It just says certified organic. So it doesn't reveal exactly where it came from, but it is a seasonal blend. And they do recommend 1 tablespoon of coffee per 6 ounces of water. We'll be using 4 per 12, so a little more than they recommend. It says roasted on December 6th, so it's still pretty fresh. I thought we'd do some seasonal here. Now, I got this from Groundwork's coffee shop in North Hollywood. They, again, if you haven't seen my other Groundwork video, they roast their own beans. They have a roastery. And if you go in to get a bag of coffee, you can get a free cup of coffee. I think it's any drink, although last time I went in, a couple times ago I got a matcha latte and that was free. It's any size. But I guess I tested the limits of what their free drink is, because this time I tried to get just a pour over coffee and they said they could only do drip for the free coffee. So you can at least get a free drip coffee and taste what that's like as you buy a bag of their coffee. So go in and buy it straight from Groundwork and they have a great deal. Alright, let's get a whiff. Very nutty on that medium roast. Kind of a spice to it. Does smell kind of Christmassy. Got a cinnamon. Ooh, yeah, cinnamon spice. Very chocolatey too, like a milk chocolate. Maybe some brown sugar. Very nice on that nose. Alright, it's now freshly ground and we'll see how that opens up. Ooh, wow. A lot bolder, a lot more kind of a spicier, almost a cayenne pepper. A lot of that milk chocolate. And cinnamon and nuttiness, kind of almonds. Not getting that brown sugar anymore. But a very pleasant nose. Waiting for our water to heat up. Alright, we've got our fellow Stag EKG electric gooseneck kettle set to 205, and it's holding at that temperature so it can maintain the right temperature while we make our coffee. And we've wetted our reusable metal filter. It's ready to go. We're doing 4 tablespoons of Groundwork coffee. Perfect. Loki, get down. All right, now we're going to bloom it just a little bit. Soak all the beans. All right. Circular motions here. It's got that brown sugar again. Some sort of bitter sauce, like almost an Italian sauce. Very nutty, almost a sawdust smell. That brew stink. So while this is brewing, I have to talk about another seasonal thing we did last week because I steered you wrong. The first few sips of this Starbucks holiday blend were better than I remember any Starbucks being. They were pretty flavorful and festive. But coming back to it, I put everything away real quick, and it was still hot. It wasn't even warm. It was still hot. And I tried it, but it had cooled enough to where the flavor drastically changed, and it was just really muddy and awful. And so I did not like the Starbucks Holiday Blend as much as I made it appear in that last episode. So if you like Starbucks and Starbucks offerings, this is probably great for you. I'm not a fan of Starbucks, as I talk about in that video, and I come back to this every day. I try it again and see if it'll improve, doing different pour over methods and everything, and it just isn't a good cup of coffee. So I'm sorry I steered you wrong, but hopefully this one, I like this better. All right, Groundwork Seasonal Cup for 2021. Let's check out Warm Wishes. Smells like coffee. Almost a caramel. Still has that nuttiness. Still has that cinnamon. Still getting that milk chocolate. Everything is still very present in the liquid version. I'm kind of surprised how it still smells great. Usually in the liquid version it's a lot more muted in the smells we got before. Let's see how it tastes. Got this beautiful bitterness that if it were any more poppy, it'd be that light roast, but you can tell it's a lighter roast. It's just what a medium should be. It's very creamy, has that hint of acidity and zest, but it's not so acidic that you're like, oh, this is a light roast. It's definitely medium. Has that milk chocolate flavor. Very fruity and lively, has that cinnamon pop. I can see where they get cranberries too on their description, because it does have that fruity flavor of some sort of berry. Yeah, it has a cranberry. Now they described dark chocolate, but I'm not getting that. It's got a bitterness, but not that dark chocolate bitterness that they describe on the package. I'm getting milk chocolate and cranberry. Yeah, it's a very good cup of coffee. More what I like in my coffees, more of that acidicness. Not quite as just bitter and muddy as the Starbucks blend from last week. It does feel very festive and Christmassy. I would say of the holiday blends, the Groundwork is way superior. It's not surprising since Starbucks uses lesser quality bean because they have to, really have flavor consistency and, ship it all over the world, and, it's so not really a big fault to Starbucks. They got to do what they got to do to remain popular and get it out there. Groundwork, though, is a much better cup of coffee. I wish they put the origins of the blend of the various beans on the packaging so we could tell what was the good blend of their Warm Wishes, but maybe that's proprietary. We aren't allowed to know that. Now I'm getting that nuttiness of kind of almonds and cashews. If you leave it in there for a while, really sit with it, I could see where they get some dark chocolate. Overall, Groundwork Warm Wishes for 2021, their seasonal blend is excellent. I definitely recommend this cup of coffee. You can get it at Groundwork. I'm not sure. I think it's around somewhere around $14 to $18. I'll have to check on that. But you do get a free cup of coffee with it, so that's real nice. Get it from a Groundwork location. They have locations all over LA. I go to North Hollywood because I like the old train aesthetic train station they have there. Next week we'll be going to our regularly scheduled program. We're done with the seasonals. We adjusted 2, not a lot. Next week we're doing a Vietnamese coffee. It isn't Vietnamese in the preparation style. It's Vietnamese as in grown in Vietnam and roasted in Brooklyn. That's it for Java Junkies. Join us next week, every Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific. Like, share, and subscribe.